Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach, and I'm going to try to unbreak the world because I broke it the last time as I finished my last episode. So I did this NamespaceGatherer, and so now we need to, unbreak things. So we're going to say here where not string is null, or white space of that. I should get rid of that, right? Oh, values. There we go. Okay. So that unbreaks that. And then we don't even need to say here. We just say this. Right? Yes. Okay. So now I need to start diving into every place where I do this. NamespaceGatherer. And then haha. Did I? Immutable hash set builder extensions. Yes, I did. I don't think I need that anymore though. What I could do though here is say public void add range of an IEnumerable of I namespace symbols namespaces this dot builder dot add range of namespaces. Right? Why won't you do that? Oh, because it's strings. Yeah, okay. So we're getting all the namespaces for the method. Yeah, we want to keep that there. But when we get a namespace symbol, what we want to do is say select get name. There we go. And then we can do the same. Well, we'll do it if I need it for types. If I don't, then don't add it. So we have that there now. Okay. Now we can get rid of some stuff here. Now we come into here. That, what breaks? One thing. That. No. Where is this all being used? Oh, because I have to keep passing it down. Okay. Are you even used here? Yes, you are. Okay. But because we had the right method on there, we were good. Okay. Well, I think we can still keep that. We got that. But mock builder. Oh, that was the, oh, well, yeah. That's the, yeah, okay. But, oh, I didn't even realize what I was doing. That would be the first time in my life. Oh, yuck. Okay. And not string is null. White space, that. So wait a minute. Oh, values. Yep, values. I knew I had solved it before. There we go. Now we come into here, and then we just say using namespace because it is what it is. There we go. Get her done. Get her done. Okay. That all stays, and then that all stays, except that's got to change. We're going to get to the reason we did this in the first place. Right? Right. Yes. As we dive down into the abyss. Yeah. So now we want to actually type of invalid enum. Oh, what the hell is it? This. And we did all that just to do this. That is literally the only reason we did all this. But let's go back down to pointer test to have everything. Okay, we're going to uncomment that. Then we're going to close. Because 500 greatest of all time developers will close Visual Studio and start it up again. Get this back up and running. So again, I want to make sure that I did not break everything. So we're going to do a clean build. This first startup is brutal. Just takes forever. Just made some fresh coffee. 2 hours until my belt test. And I just ate lunch and I'm feeling better. I thought I was feeling bad before. I was just hungry. Oh, great. Oh, God. Oh, God. That was really confusing. What did it do? So there are no errors or there are errors? I don't get it. Well, it got all the using statements. What was the... Oh, well, that's cool because we're getting our unexpected exception error. Get name. Oh. Okay. Wow. This is why you write tests. I haven't written tests for that yet. I need to save symbol exception. There. So for whatever reason that comes as null, you would just return that. Okay, shut her down, start her up again, and we'll see. How much time have I wasted by just shutting down and starting up again? You know, again, this is one of those things of the experience has to get better on this. It just does. Because it really kind of stinks right now. I should not have to shut down and restart Visual Studio just to develop code. That's the thing that's really annoying about this. Okay, let's try to build again. Build succeeded. The key combination is too slow because we're slow. Well, I'm waiting for that. Let's actually look and see. Nope, no updates. Any pre-release? I don't really need to go up to any of those right now. No need. Oh, now you can run tests. Okay. So you're going to go off and do your little testy thing, and then we're going to find out if all the things passed. And then we're going to go back and see if we can put pointers in and at least get it to build. The anticipation is just rising exponentially, and yet never hitting the epsilon. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just making crap up. And we're almost there. I really don't know what my code coverage is. Not that it truly matters, but, you know. Again, good tests should naturally have high code coverage. High code coverage does not mean you have good tests. Getting closer to generating code for esoteric types. Commit. All right, while it's doing that, let's give this a whirl. Building. God. $66. Was this something that I was supposed to do and I forgot to do it? No. What? Expectations does not contain a definition for handlers. Expectations. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't. At some point, I'm going to have to rethink my thing. I wonder if it's going to be successful now, because that didn't change the generated code. It just changed the visibility of something within rocks. Nope. Add or update. Yeah, I'm opening more and more up, and some of that I'm not quite comfortable with, but because I'm generating code, it needs to see things that are in there, and you can't have in rocks a way to say, you know, internals are visible to what? Every assembly that's out there. You'd have to remember that, you know, even if you put it in like, yeah, it would just be unnecessary step. There is, yeah, that's actually a good thought. Here's what I mean. Create advanced architecture design doc. And what I mean by this is I want to go through more, like there's a doc out there like that's like a tutorial, what's how to, whatever you want to call it. What I want to go through this one is kind of go really more step by step on the pipeline, the process, how things work, what are the classes, what are the types, how do you project things, and on and on and on. And one of the things I want to put in there is, you know, everything that is generated by rocks, you should just use from a API perspective. You should just do dot methods. You should just do dot your method names. Don't try to use all the things within it, because as soon as you start to try to do that, you're going to probably screw things up. And this does, it does worry me a little bit, because like some of the things I might be making public, is that going to name collide with things that people are trying to make with this? I don't think so. But yeah, it does send some shivers up my spine. And I'm not really sure how to really handle that. I thought I just made it public. Dictionary event, list of handlers, and not contain definition of. I know why. Now I know why. Because I don't have the namespace in there. I don't have the namespace. So when it tries to call add or update, I can't. Got component model. We don't have rocks extensions up there. So if I'm going to call this method here, then I need to put in rocks extensions. Okay. We will prevail. We will win. It's just a matter of time. So that means this is also not going to need the NamespaceGatherer. Because if you do types.count, then you need to add that namespace here. That's fine. So we will put here NamespaceGatherer, namespaces. Okay. And then down here, if I ever built an add extension method, I would say add. Well, technically we should be passing it into this, which this would then say NamespaceGatherer, namespaces. Okay. And, excuse me, I believe the only thing we would need to do here is say add type of or dictionary. There. That should do it. Because that is what we need. Okay. one more time before we do it 5 more times. You know, it's funny, my team lead at Quicken will sometimes start meetings with, yeah, I scheduled this for an hour, but it'll probably only take 15 minutes. I'm just telling him, I will say now, just stop. Just stop saying that because you've cursed it already. I am actually a very huge proponent of, if you think you've gotten through everything you need to get through in the meeting and you have all your points down, then stop and say, okay, I can give you your time back, and don't feel guilty about it, you know, and then people, you know, will easily be able to use that time for other stuff. Okay. Please build. Please build. If it's not one thing, it's 20 others. There's no argument given that corresponds to the required. Oh. Well, you know, if you need to pass something in, then pass it in. Dictionary. No, that's, well, it might have stopped building because I realized that was a problem there, and so it didn't really get the change yet. Which means I might have to shut it down and start it up again. No, it picked it up. It did it. It did all the things. So if I do this, I should be able to do that. And it's got exceptions. It didn't do extensions? Wait, it should have. Why didn't it? I mean, it works, but it's a little concerning that it works. Because I do say here, add. So how? Oh, is it because it's, no? I wonder if this is again a case where Visual Studio has something cached and it's showing me from the previous time. I tell you, this has got to get changed. This absolutely has to change. You know, I think the reason why analyzers and all this stuff, people that really want to do it, they will put up with this. But the general C# community, I don't think has the patience for this, and rightfully so. Why would you? I mean, you know, I can just build code and it says build and run, and I can reference other projects and it just works. And to start going, well, you can't do this because of this, and that's why you have to reboot and stuff. I'm like, you know, no, it's not good enough. That has to be fixed. This needs to be seamless. It needs to be just like I'm referencing another project, and it just works. Okay, so it succeeded, but I want to make sure that the code actually has in what I think it should have. Oh, now you can't. It's like it's one behind every time I shut down. If I have here no return, pointer parameter. Okay, now you're going to see JSON. We're going to say public unsafe static class. Okay. And we're going to show everybody how much of a moron I am. Okay, so we're going to have var values equal to 10. And we're going to say int pointer p value is equal to the address. What the oh, it's there. Address of value. Okay. And why are you barking? Oh, so it can actually imply that. Really? Oh yeah, it did. Okay, cool. All right. So I expect I think it would be arg sad. It's just because it's not getting me all of the IntelliSense. It's really hard to look at. I couldn't even look up in the code and go, oh, that's what it's supposed to do. Okay, now methods lit up. So that's a good sign. I mean, the code's going to fail because I have errors in my code, but that's a different story. So we have methods. Okay. And if we come down here, arg for int pointer. Look at that. Is no new arg for endpoint. Yeah, so I just realized because I'm inheriting from the arg type. Oh crap. Oh crap. Crap. Well, you can't. I mean, new arg for endpointer, you would actually be passing in here a p value. Okay. Does that at least compile? Okay. Var chunk is equal to rock dot instance chunk dot pointer parameter of p value rock dot verify. Does this actually even work? Or are we going to get something that just blows up in my face? It passed. I think this is the first time, and I could be wrong. I should look this up. But I don't think any of the other mocking frameworks can do this. I don't think they can make this work. Okay. In other words, if I say create with parameter no return, expectations not met. So let's say var other value is also equal to 10, but var p other value is equal to the address of the other value. Okay. And so what I'm saying is what I expect to get is p value, but what I get is other value, p other value. This should fail. Assert dot multiple assert that yes. Yeah, hold on. I want to make sure I'm following the same kind of things. I do parameters. So one parameter with return. That's not met. I thought I had something in here that says, like testing that they don't equal, that they're not what you expect. Oh yeah. I'm looking at, so it's expectation. Okay, I am being stupid. I am the stupid. Okay. So if I say this, this would throw type of expectation exception. Type of expectation exception. And my computer is just grinding to a halt now. I don't have like something killing the things. No, not really. I mean, OBS is, but that's not a surprise. Okay. This should fail, right? I mean, it should succeed because it's failing. I am just... That's expectations not met. Yeah, because you'd have to not even call it in the case that you don't even have a parameter. But wow, I don't think that any of the test frameworks, the mocking frameworks, have any ability for you to do pointers. I'm going to look this up again just to make sure. But I think I've done it first. I think I've actually created a mocking framework that supports pointer types. And I've got to do spans as well. Esoteric tests. I don't want to call it esoteric tests. Pointer tests and span tests, because span also needs to work. So I'm going to put that in here for now as well. Span tests. Okay. Which we're going to have a public static class of that. And we want to have a public interface. I have spans, where one of them would be like void foo span of int data. Okay. And that's fine. And then we'll write tests to see if this works. I'm at the 30-minute mark already. So I know I may not look like as excited as I feel internally, but this is just like, wow. I finally got this to work, and I'm just stunned. I'm gonna, in this pointer test, one of the things with the callback here is I'm gonna change the value underneath, because you're just changing what you're pointing to, and then say, yeah, what it's actually equal to is this, and see if that actually works with the callbacks. So there's more work to do here. I also, as you noticed when I was doing the arg for int pointer, I really didn't, it threw me for a second, just because when you see pointer parameter here, you have to see an arg for int pointer, and there are no static methods on it. It's just like if I had just to do a new on it. And so I'm debating in my head from an API standpoint, what's the right way to do this? I don't want to start having where I have a class that's inheriting from arg, but having its own, how do I say this? Its own any, its own is default, though they would make sense that they do, because they would, it would be consistent in that in these pointer tests, I would also say arg for int pointer any, or, and then it would construct it that way. The problem is that I put him on here because I didn't, putting him on the Arg API class gets a little, that's another thing. Why did I do there was a reason I did this, but then I started thinking about it. I'm like, no, that's not what I want to do. I want it to be actually, it would make more sense for them to be on the Arg API class, because then I would actually say, okay, we need to get my thoughts down on this. Look at putting the static methods on arg, either on arg of t or another type. Param? Argument? Argument is? I don't know. So projected, then projected types could make their own static factory methods and be more consistent. Okay, but I'm going to do that off screen. And again, this is why I'm writing these tests, because one of them is you're dog fooding and you're finding out how things work with the APIs that you've created and going, not really great here, or it's not consistent or something like that. So yeah. Anyway, I'm good. This is, more work to do. Making this make stuff still has to work, although it should be much less, because I don't need to project any types. I don't need handlers. I don't need args. I don't need anything. So really it's looking at the members and saying, are you unsafe, and putting unsafe on there. And that's it. I think that's going to be, or an instance as well, but that should be it. Otherwise everything should work as expected. So that shouldn't take that much time. Still need to do it though. All right. That's all I'm going to do for today. In terms of recording, maybe I'll do something later, but, I think I'm done for today. I'm going to do more work on this, but this is a cool step. This is a very cool step to get to this point, having these things actually pass. I'm sure I'm going to break other things, but I think I can legitimately say I'm first. I'll be sad if I find out that I'm not. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.